Well, hey Stampin' friends, Darlene with Darlene Stamps. So I am going to make a one-sheet wonder using one of this precious, cute, wonderful, retiring stamp set. Be right back. So this is what I'm going to start out with. This is the Occasions catalog. Stampin' Up comes out with it twice a year. This is the spring, like the semi-annual first of the year, and it actually expires end of May. So everything in here will be retiring. So this is the one that I'm going to showcase. This is the Bonanza Buddies, and it's just super cute. I try to be very selective as far as what I add to my stamp stash, and this had some cute little characters, and then with the die set together it comes 10% off. So let's get started, because I think, oh, and I bought the matching paper. So it has, this comes with 12 by 12, and so you have 4 on this side, and then these are more of the subtles on the other side. So they come 12 by 12, and then what I did for my one sheet wonder is if you do it 6 by 6, then you get your nice little square. So some DSPs come with 6 by 6. This was 12 by 12. So this is my template. So it's 6 by 6, and this was one given by Connie Stewart. And you're going to make your first cut at 4. So separating the bottom, separating the top. And then each one in between. And I'll be right back. Alright, so here's my pieces. I just already cut this part away. But these are my two 1.5 by 4. This is my 3.5, and I used a 2-inch circle. The 2 1/4 actually is retiring, so while supplies last until the end of May, you can still order the 2 1/4. A 2 1/4 is nice for layering, so that would give you an outer border for a difference. But I had the 2, that's all I have, so there's that. And then you have your 1 1/4 and your 3/4 and 5. So, all right, that gives you that spot. So then let's go through, and I'm going to just show you the different pieces, and then I'll make one. So this uses this circle. I used now with this, this actually is thick cardstock because there's not a lot of bulk here, so it needs extra weight. So there's my little circle piece. And it's a little bigger, so this actually is one size smaller. So this is a 2, and then I went down to 1 3/4 for my circle, and then popped this up so it kind of gives 3D. So this is popped up, and the balloons. And I did, let's see if I can get that in the camera. I used Wink Stella on my balloons. So, and I didn't put a sentiment on this because I couldn't figure if I wanted it up here or up here. So just wanted to kind of show you. So there's a circle. And then this one takes the 4, and that gives our border. Then we have the border as here. There's 2. Then we have our 3/4. And actually, because it was 5.5, I decided to go with it being A-frame, so I just cut that down. But there's my 3/4, okay, and then this is the 1 1/4, using that vertically. And then we have our second piece of the 1 1/2, use it across here. And then I did the Wink Stella on the little toucan bird. Then this is the one that we cut the circle out of. And because of how this was laid out, this top piece covers that circle. So I try to always utilize, whether it's DSP or cardstock, that it's that centerpiece, because it's hidden. So that's precious paper right there. And then I did do a tone on tone with Let's Celebrate from the stamp set. So let's get started and I'll show you one of the cards. So this is the stamp set with a happy birthday, let's celebrate you, I'm glad it's your birthday, so I can let you know how wonderful you are. Isn't that wonderful? That's a neat little subject. And I like the presents. The presents are really going to come up handy for Christmas because I have the bows, I have different sizes of presents, so that's a win-win when you look at getting a stamp set that can be almost year-round. So we're going to make this one because it's just super simple and we're able to kind of utilize the paper to, you know, a lot of times we want just something simple. So this is heavy cardstock. There's not a lot of weight to this, so a regular Whisper White, the standard, is real flimsy. I wouldn't say flimsy, because not really. But if you only have one layer, there we go. If you only have one layer, it's better if you have thicker cardstock for that one layer. It's kind of the same thickness that you would for your card you buy in the store. So anyhow, that's going to be our card. And we are going to just start with our A-frame. And you know, sometimes you may or may not have seen me. Sometimes when I'm folding, I will start and then I'll flip. The reason is that sometimes I have a lip when I cut, and so I want that on the inside, not the outside. So that's why sometimes, in case you were ever wondering. So we have, we've had a really neat addition to our current situations with Stampin' Up, and they put together what we call COVID-19, and the COVID-19, I thought I was a little bit shy there. I'm going to cut the bigger one. The COVID-19 is, that's right, is affecting everyone. We have people from all different walks that are feeling the crunch. So we want to be able to support them, help them, and so I think it was kind of neat to have this, it's called Give Back. So whether you are a customer or a demonstrator, if you are not aware, that Stampin' Up! Has a downloadable set of fonts, and I'll show some here in just a second, but they are nice because it has some funny things, but anyhow, 100% of the proceeds go to the United Way, or there was somewhere else that you could select how you were wanting to give your donation. So anyhow, I just thought it was neat. It's kind of something fun. And, you know, we're all going through it. So if we can make things light and have some humor to it, why not? And if we're doing cards for our friend, oh my gosh, there it starts. Then let's use that. Then we can try to make things light, have a little bit of humor in it, and go from there. So I am going just to attach this. This is a border punch that we unfortunately no longer have. So I would encourage you, if you are looking at borders or adding to your supply, take a look at the borders that we've got, because they really come in handy and they're quick. You could always put together you know, the die set, but if you don't have a die cutting machine, then it kind of makes it a little more challenging trying to add a border. Okay, so we have that down, and then we're going to do some stamping. So the Bermuda Bay is our color that's in here, and it's also what my border cardstock trim was. So what I want to do, this is, I wouldn't call it a two-step, because, well, I guess it is, because you put down one image and then you put one on top. So there you go. It is two-step. All right, so we're going to put the little lion down, and I'm using the corners. Sometimes we use the middle of our pad, but just remember to utilize those edges real well. So I'm going to put my lion down. Now the polymer doesn't have any kind of spring, but because this is extra thick, it kind of creates its own little cushion down there. Okay, we'll put that right there. And because this is the same ink I'm using for my sentiment, I'll keep that out and do that as well before I start changing ink pads here. Happy birthday! And I'm going to do a little slant on this because I want to do a couple of presents, and I can do them kind of different. Now we want to do, now we're done with Bermuda Bay. I want to bring in, because in these colors is Bermuda Bay, terracotta, the Grapefruit Grove. So I'm going to use, oh, and also Coastal Cabana. So I'm going to use Coastal Cabana, and this is going to be his little mane. And then you'll see on this when I put it down, there's a little weird circle that's part of the stamp, and I'm like, what is that for? That's for the tip of his tail. So this goes on, and let me make sure I don't put my head in here. Now, with solid images, I have found if I let it sit just a little bit, all the ink kind of just puts in place rather than taking it off too soon. There. Okay. Now, there's lots of fun parts, but this I think is really fun, is that I'm going to put his little face. So the stamp, there's two stamps in the set. One's for the koala bear, and this is for the little lion. Oh, look! Is that not the cutest thing ever? All right, so I'll put that in my chamois, get that all washed off. Now, because I like a little bling, and I'm trying to do as low, just for simplicity, but I want his mane, so I'm going to do Wink Stella on his mane and his little tail. So it'll add a little bit of bling, but it won't stand out. Like if I was doing this to mail, it would have no, now I'm going to put it would have no depth to it. There's a word, bulk. Bulk. Okay, so I want to do, my twine. And I was going to put it just as a bow, and you know what? I think I'm going to. Never mind. Well, when you create, you kind of create, and then it kind of changes as you go. Also, the white twine is going to be going away. So I bought some because white kind of goes with every season. So I wanted to make sure it's just good twine. I can pick up twine probably anywhere, but one, I like the quality of ours, and two, it makes it nice to have it on hand, and something that doesn't go out of style. You know, like if you had a color, it could possibly get old, or it's not, you're not using it as much. So for me, if I can, I want those both to go down. For me, if I can get more mileage out of something, then I will. Looks like I'm going to have a bit of a dickens of a time with this thing, so I will wind up off camera. I'm going to actually, let me flare up my ends. I'm going to put some glue dot on here. These kind of stayed down, but this is not. Oh, there it is. Okay, never mind. All right, so now with the paper, we're going to put the little present right there. That's why I wanted it off to the side. But I like this little ice cream, and so I fussy cut it and took it off of one of the papers, the back of the paper, because I kind of thought it was cute having a little bit of color down here than just all the green. And then I'm gonna pop this up. So let me get a regular glue dot. not a glue dot, a dimensional. I have some minis, but this is a little bit bigger. This is one of the presents in the kit. Okay, get that up. There. All right, so that is a one sheet wonder, having all of the different kind of cards. And let me just give you a couple of other ideas that what I've made with this neat set. And this actually is 3 of these, because it's the same style, the same sketch. So you can see that the background of the paper is the same. There's a layer piece, different color for a pop of color. There's a banner across all 3. And then they're all birthdays, but I used each of the little... Now this one was cut out because of the colors. This is cut out. This one I stamped the bottom and I cut out his head with a little bit of pom-pom there. So these 3 are the same sketch style, different base and different type of animal. And then this one I thought was fun. And this also comes in the die set, which I thought how universal this is for other types of things. I also want to point out this is a great border. This is one of our new border punches, and I try to pick up those when they come out with them, because they just add an extra accent. So this pulls out from the Grapefruit Grove. I did a little die cut with his hat, and I did this little pom-pom on his hat. I did the Wink Castillo on that one too. But this is one that sending love and paper hugs. This is one of the sentiments in the COVID-19 Share the Sunshine. So this is there's 15 pages, and there's 3 or 4 of them, and I used little guys here again. But anyhow, I thought if I could give a little bit of idea of this really neat, fun, kid type of focus of the stamp set, and show just some creative ways of using paper, the one sheet wonder, and anyhow, that's all I've got for now. You have a fantastic day. I look forward to talking to you soon, because in a couple of days it'll be May, so the pumpkin is coming, the new colors are coming, and welcome to my new subscribers. Thank you so much for supporting my channel. I'm trying to bring things fresh, trying to bring some ideas, and thanks for staying in, for watching. Back soon. Talk to you later. Bye.